What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Everything you need is on my channel page. Get a hold of me. If there's a topic that you want me to cover, hit me up. I'm there. One of the number one emails that I get, particularly from women, is asking about courtship and courting in today's time. And they would ask would I do a video about it. So that's what I want to do on this one. And basically the question would be, do I feel that courting, traditional courting, and those of you that's been around a while, the younger generations probably never heard of that word unless they watched a movie or something. But those of us that's been around 40 or so and over, somewhere close to that age range, you understand what the word courting means. They want to know, do I feel, is it gone? Is it history? Is it removed? What happened to it? So I want to talk about it. When I was growing up, in the time frame that I was growing up, you would hear that word used. And basically what it would describe, and even in early dating, was the process that a man would take to intentionally pursue a woman. Now, to answer the question outright, I would have to say that I do feel that courting has moved away, gone away, and will continue to go away. I feel, though, that it's not necessarily because it was the intention of people, but just through technology and social media, it has opened up different avenues that seemingly cut out a lot of the process and the time, but in essence, it actually hurt relationships, right? So courting was the idea of a man intentionally pursuing a woman to build a serious, long-term relationship. Keep that in mind. A serious, long-term relationship that in actuality would lead towards marriage. That's what courting was. When a man would intentionally pursue. Nowadays, when people date, we date now to see where it goes. That's not what courting was back in the day. When you date now, and it's kind of like happen chance. I'll date so and so. I'll hang out with so and so. We'll just see where this goes, right? But think about that. Even if you in a vehicle and you supposed to be taking a trip, we both go to get in this car. Where we going? Don't know. No intention, right? Let's just get in the car. Let's go somewhere. Where we going? Let's just see where it goes. But what you gonna do when you run out of gas? What you gonna do when it's time to find a place to stay? What you gonna do? That's modern day dating now. Let's just see where this goes. And the first one or two hang-ups, it's easy for somebody to get out of it because there was no true intention. So courting, and I'm using the word, I didn't even use that word growing up. So we understand what courting is, right? We got that. I'm now going to just use the word dating or old school type dating because I never really used the word courting. But it means I'm talking about the same thing, right? So modern day dating is let's see where it goes. Old school dating when I was coming up was more about, is this person compatible to me in order for us to build a future together. So it had to focus on the compatibility of both the man and the woman. Do y'all catch that? Courting allowed you to figure out, is this person compatible for me? So back in the day, if we saw a young lady that we liked and we approached her, we would let her know, hey, you know, you look good, you attractive. Can I get, and of course the cell phones wasn't really out like that. So can I get your phone number? When can I call you? I would like to take you to dinner. I would like to take you roller skating. I would like to take you to the skating ring. I would like to take you to the amusement park. We didn't have all the distractions of technology and responding back to email and text and people calling. I mean, the dude might have had, and I had two pagers on me, but I still would have to go find a payphone in order to call somebody back. So when you was out with somebody, you was locked in with that person. That ain't like today. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really blaming humans. Technology has taken away from the quality of time that used to be able to be invested when you was out on a date. So you could take a young lady out on a date at 20, 21, 25 years old and say, back then I was in St. Louis, say, let's go to St. Louis to Six Flags. You with her 10 o'clock in the morning all the way to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Y'all laughing and giggling on the Ferris wheel, on the roller coaster, sharing a turkey leg from Squire Tuck stand back in the 90s that was there, sipping out of each other's drinks, playing around, dating, being flirty, laughing and giggling. And just that one date, because you was just with one another, you could able to tell, okay, I'm feeling her vibe. I'm feeling her energy. This is how she is when she's tired. This is how she is when her feet hurts. You'll be able to, this, I know more about her family because you're there. You're right there. You're able to ask questions. You're able to talk. It wasn't about seeing where it goes, but it was about seeing who is compatible that I feel like I could spend the rest of my life with. That's what courting is. So in the past, men were playing dates because we would be intentionally pursuing a woman. We were playing dates. We would do things that showed that woman we have interest in you. Planning dates, opening doors, pursuing the woman, going after her. Hey, what you doing this weekend? There's a movie that came out. Hey, what you doing next weekend? I got a family reunion I wanted to take you to. Hey, what you doing the weekend after that? My homeboys having a cookout. I want to bring you and show you to the homeboys. It took intention. Now, with social media, you don't have to have that kind of intention because you can just go look at her page, read all the lies she put on her resume. At least half of them are lies. I mean, I'm not saying just women do it. Men do it too. Catfishing's on both sides. You can go to her resume, her page, read half the lies on, half the stuff that's on there. That's probably a lie. You can either DM her or swipe. Whichever way it is, swipe left, swipe right, whatever, up, down, whatever. What took intention before, the only way I'm going to find out what Keisha's like, I need to hang out with her. What's coming up or what can we do that I can get to know her? The cookout's coming up. Keisha, would you like to go to the cookout? Professor X, of course I'll go. I'll go anywhere with you because you so handsome and nice looking. Oh, for real. That's how you, y'all remember back in there, that's how we used to talk. Oh, for real. We used to say that. For real, everything was doubled up. Yeah, you had to take her out. Get to know her. You didn't have no resume to go by. There was no internet that we was using. There was no page that we could go to and see that she liked to fish, she liked cats, she liked to swim, she liked to show herself naked all on it. There was no page like that. You had to go out and hang out with her. You had to get to know her. It required time. It required patience. It required discipline. Now, in the generation we live in, everything you can get in an instant. Type in her name, boom, Instagram, boom, Facebook, boom, TikTok. You ain't got to spend the time now. You see her whole life, or at least what she wants you to see right there. But remember, courting was a process of a man intentionally pursuing a woman to build a relationship, to see if they was compatible. So that's why I say in today's day and age, today's time, I feel like it probably is something of the past. I don't see how it can really come back because of technology. It's going to continue to make things faster, quicker, easier, so it seems, and eliminate the process, the dedication, the discipline, the pursuing that once had to be had in order to try to court somebody. Nowadays, people date for attention. You're not dating nowadays to really see if you're compatible with someone. You're dating nowadays for what? Attention. Look at social media. Validation. Look at social media. Lifestyle. Who looks good next to me? What woman looks good next to me? What video vixen will look good next to me? What body do she have that will look good in pictures that we take, so that when I put them on Facebook or wherever, I can get approval and validate it because she got a chest out of this world or she got a booty out of this world. It's no longer about compatibility. It's for attention. It's who looks good next to me, not who is good for me. Because you can't know who's good for you unless you understand that person and know if you're compatible or not. And that takes time, patience, and discipline. Modern day dating eliminates all of that. Just look good next to me. We know your attitude stink. We know you lazy. We know you don't know how to treat nobody. But in the modern way, we're not going to take the time out to really get to know one another. So we'll focus on the outside. And we wonder why relationships go the way they go. And we wonder why sex becomes the most important thing in the relationship, because it's all body. I see you look good. You see I look good. We don't have no emotional connectivity together. We don't have no intellect connectivity together. We just have a physical understanding. You think I look good because I'm whatever I am. I'm 5'6", whatever women like, because it's going to change every time. Right now it's 6 feet, so I'm going to say I'm 5'9", just to be safe. I'm 5'9", she 5'5", brown eyes. Let's jump in. Sex great, we'll try to build off of that. Sex could be great, relationship sucks, but who cares? Because we're not going for compatibility. Because we're not courting. With men nowadays, what they say? Women are ungrateful. Are women ungrateful? Women, y'all can answer that. Y'all seen the reels and the TikToks of some of the women. This don't go for everybody. This don't even go for the majority of everybody. But again, once you put it on social media, it's going to seem like it's everybody. So y'all have seen the reels and the videos of women that have been taken to these restaurants that most women would love to go to and just get to know the guy. And when that woman got there, she had disappointed, like he was taking her to a place that was well below her means. Don't take me to no cheesecake factory. Don't take me to no chain restaurant. Don't take me there. If you can't spend $300 on a plate for me, don't take me there. So once social media show this stuff, and the word's going to get out like it's everybody, then now the word is out that women are ungrateful. So if women are ungrateful, and that's the word that's being put out to modern men, then why would a modern man want to actually take the time to pursue and put discipline and intention behind dating a woman that's going to turn around and be ungrateful? Why would he do that? And then women have been hurt. So you got men saying women are ungrateful, and women are not going to want to be vulnerable and be grateful because of their past hurt with other men and other relationships. They playing tug-of-war against one another. We're saying y'all are not grateful. Y'all cannot be grateful because that would make you vulnerable. And you remember the last relationship that you was in, how Teddy hurt you real bad. So you keep your walls up. We're going to call it ungrateful. And we wonder why courting can't come back. In the past, men would lead. In the past, men had to be strong. They had to be the decision makers. They had to do the planning. Nowadays, who wants to lead? Who say they the leaders now? Who's the one saying they independent now? Again, once you put it on social media, everybody believes that it's true. It's the women now saying they independent. Well, if all the women saying they independent, or at least that's what it's going to be portrayed as, then how can a man lead if the woman is independent? And then she gets to make the rules on now what a man needs to be. You got women on social media trying to tell men what we supposed to be. And when they're done, they're going to end it with they independent anyway. They don't need us because they getting the money anyway, as if the money was what made us a man in the first place. They say they want a man that's, a woman will say they want a man that's intentional. But if he's intentional towards her and her guard is up, how can he pursue her? How can he be intentional? Back in the day, we would open up doors for women. I had a video about this already. You open up a door now for women coming into the store, into the restaurant. They don't even say thank you. How can you be intentional? Why would a man want to pursue that? So yes, I think that courting, and this can go on and on and on, but I think that courting has definitely faded. I think that it's going to continue to fade in terms of those of us who, like I said, 40 plus, somewhere in that era. I think it's going to continue to fade because of technology and the way that society and the way that our minds have been shaped from social media, other things. Is going to take away the real meaning and intention of relationships and what it was supposed to be about, which is to build. First of all, let's see if we are compatible together. And here's another thing, what courting did, that social media is going to pull from. I'm going to end it with this. Courting required a man to focus on one woman. Think about that. You could be a player back in the day, but you really could only court one woman because of the type of energy and discipline and time that it took. You really couldn't hide like that. You had to take a woman out. See, now you can Netflix and chill. Back then, you had to take a woman out. You had to take her to dinner. You had to take her to a show. You had to take her to a theater. You had to take her to see the Chinese acrobats. You had to take her to see the Knights fight. You had to take her to the zoo. You had to get to know her. Not now. Now, you can DM 20 women and be entertained by all of them. They can be talking to 20 other men, and we wonder why courtship has gone out the window. Technology has done it. Social media has done it. Y'all got it? I'm gone.